you rather be bitten by a venomous snake or touch a poisonous frog? Wait, what's the difference between poison and venom anyway? Let's say you have the misfortune to be bitten by a venomous rattlesnake. When it bites you, the snake will eject venom from little sacs behind its eyes, through its hollow fangs, and into your flesh. That venom will then travel through your bloodstream all over your body. In most cases, snake venom contains neurotoxins, proteins that can do all sorts of nasty stuff like make your muscles fire uncontrollably, burst your blood cells, and make you go completely numb. But you might...
Do you actually know the difference between venom and poison? Venom actually works in a way like a snake bite, for instance, where they will bite you and release the venom from the sacs behind their teeth into your bloodstream, which will then could kill your blood cells, make them burst, make your muscles twitch uncontrollably, or do a bunch of harmful things to you.
Get lucky. Snakes don't always decide you're worth wasting venom on. In fact, between 20 and 80% of snake bites are so-called dry bites, where the snake is just trying to send a message without actually killing you. You see, venom takes energy and resources for the snake to make, and they don't want to waste it on a warning shot. When it comes to poison, on the other hand, there's no warning shot. If you pick up a poisonous dart frog to admire its beautiful colors, you've already gotten deadly poison all over your hands. As it seeps into your skin and travels through your blood, the poison starts to interfere with your nerves, preventing your muscles from contracting.
Sometimes between 20 and 80% of snake bites are actually dry bites, which is when the snake decides not to inject venom into you and rather to serve as a warning. And since venom is so difficult and requires a lot of energy for the snake to make, they will often just give these dry bites as a warning. Poison, on the other hand, does not have a warning sign. It will, if you picked up a poison dart frog, it would immediately seep poison into your skin. There's no warning sign or anything. It just happens. It'll go into your bloodstream and prevent your muscles from actually working.
If the frog's poison reaches your heart, it can cause it to stop. The distinction between venom and poison is purely in the method of delivery. Poison has to be inhaled, ingested, or absorbed, and venom has to be injected into a wound. Chemically, venoms and poisons are both considered toxins. So a snake bite is venomous. A poison dart frog is poisonous. Brown recluse spiders are venomous. Pufferfish are poisonous. And some compounds can be poisons in one animal and venoms in another.
Truly, the only difference between poisons and venoms are the way they are injected into your body. Poisons are actually absorbed into the skin. They can be inhaled, or you can ingest them, whereas venom has to be injected into your body via a wound, like a snake bite. So really, the only difference between the two is how it gets entered into your body, since both of them are chemically considered toxins. So, for instance, a snake bite would be venomous, whereas a poison arrow frog would be poisonous. And spiders which bite you are venomous, and pufferfish, if you just touch them, are poisonous. Some animals can be both, that have the same toxin, can be,
Tetrodotoxin, a chemical 10,000 times more toxic than cyanide, is found in pufferfish, where it makes them poisonous. It's also found in the deadly blue-ringed octopus, where it's a venom delivered by bite. Some animals can even be both poisonous and venomous. Take the Asian tiger snake, for example. Not only does it have venom in its fangs, but it also absorbs the toxins from the poisonous toads it eats, and then secretes those toxins from special glands on its neck, rendering it poisonous, too.
Some animals can be both poisonous and toxic, just like this one snake, which delivers its venom via a bite, but also secretes poison, making it both poisonous and venomous. It just depends on how you acquire the toxin.
Scientists are constantly finding new animals that employ toxins in weird, interesting ways. Recently, researchers discovered the very first venomous crustacean. Out of 70,000 species of crustaceans, only this one little remipede is venomous. Speleonectes tulumensis has figured out how to create a cocktail of toxins that it delivers through its tiny fangs. Scientists aren't totally sure how this venom works yet, but they think that it causes the unwitting victim's neurons to fire over and over and over again until it becomes paralyzed. Then the little remipede closes in, dissolving away the exoskeleton of its prey and sucking out the juices.
Scientists are always constantly researching the different poisonous and venomous creatures. They actually just found this one remipede, which out of the thousands of species of remipedes, only one is actually venomous. And they found out that they're not sure exactly how the venom works, but they think that after it's bitten, after it bites its prey, it becomes paralyzed, and then the remipede closes in on it and devours it.
But poisons and venoms aren't always all bad. For thousands of years, humans have looked for ways to harness the power of these toxic compounds for good. Today, we have all sorts of medicines that come from toxins. The poison from cone snails is used as a painkiller. Many poisonous plants have been used to treat everything from malaria to irregular heartbeats. And scorpion venom might one day be used to treat heart disease. So what should you do if something...
There's also ways to have helpful uses of venoms and toxins in general. Some poisonous flowers are used to treat malaria or irregular heartbeats. The venom from a slug is used as a painkiller, and there are many other helpful ways to use these toxins.
Bites or poisons you. Don't try any of the things you've seen on the internet or in movies. Don't try to capture and kill the animal that bit you, and don't use a tourniquet or knife on your wound. Most importantly, don't panic. Stay calm and seek medical attention. Treatment will mostly depend on what species you encountered. But if you forget the distinction between poison and venom and tell the paramedics that you were poisoned by a viper, they'll probably forgive you and treat you anyway.
So what should you do if you are actually bitten or poisoned by an animal? You should actually ignore everything that you may have seen on television. You shouldn't use a tourniquet or use a knife on your wound. But the most important thing to do is to just stay calm and seek medical attention. Even if you can't remember exactly what animal that bit you, even though your treatment will depend on what kind of animal poisoned you. I don't know. You should just at least seek medical attention.